Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm excited to do, it's going to be a 9 in 2019 Project Pan check-in. So I'll have my playlist linked down below. I started this Project Pan back in January and I've been trying to do some check-ins along the year, let you know how I'm doing, show you my progress on these 9 products that I picked out. And I'm really excited because I do have some big news to share in this video. So if you want to see my progress on these 9 products that I've been using up in 2019, why don't we go ahead and get started. So I did want to say that I did film a get ready with me on this look right here if you are curious how I got this makeup. This is using my October Shop My Stash bag and this video went up on Friday if you want to see that chatty get ready with me. I do have a special announcement talking about my latest launch that is coming very soon. If you guys are interested in that one, that is included in that video. So that will definitely be linked down below, but I'm excited to share my progress on some of these products. Not all of them, and not the first one that I'm going to talk about. This is the foundation that I chose to try out, and I have been doing a really terrible job on this. So I mentioned in my last check-in that I wasn't really doing the best on this foundation. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. I mentioned that I wasn't doing the best on this one and I felt like this foundation had kind of been dethroned by some other favorites. I did a video called Makeup Products That Have Been Dethroned, and even since then I've been doing an even worse job of using this foundation. I don't think that it helps that so many new foundations have just released and I've been trying so many of them. I've been trying to review as many as I can and I just haven't been reaching for my older foundations as much. I also do my Shop My Stash series every month where I pull out, a lot of times the majority of the products are older products in my collection that aren't getting as much love. I pull them into the Shop My Stash bag. I do get ready with me with the products and I try to use them really consistently throughout that month. I've also started to kind of like pull in some of my 9 in 2019 products just to kind of help use them up because I really do utilize my Shop My Stash bag quite a bit. But even the last month, or was it my September bag? Or I think it was my August bag, I was like, you know what, I really didn't use that foundation at all. I kept it in my bag through September because I've just been trying so many new foundations. So that doesn't help either. And again, like I said, I feel like this one has been dethroned. So I really don't have like a huge update on my Lancome. It looks pretty much the same as last time. I think I've only used it maybe 1 time since my last check-in, maybe 2 times. I have used it quite a bit. You can see like there's different, you know, marks along the bottle and everything. I have the shade 310 Bisque Cool. But this definitely was just my favorite foundation at one time. I was wearing it so often, but I just feel like I'm reaching for other ones right now and trying out a bunch of new foundations. So I don't really have like much to update on that one. My concealer, I feel like I've been doing a pretty decent job. This is from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Supernatural Concealer in Light. And I'll do close-ups and, you know, kind of share the clips throughout the way too. I feel like I have been doing a pretty good job on this one. I mean, I have a bit of a dent in it and I do like it. It's not my absolute favorite concealer, but I do like it. It's a little bit more of a full coverage concealer, a little bit more mattifying on the under eyes. It's nice and long wearing too. So yeah, I feel like I'm making like decent progress on the concealer. I think it was in the last check-in I was super proud because I had hit pan in my Charlotte Tilbury powder. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Powder. I have the shade 2. Definitely my pan has gotten a little bit bigger in here also. I did just do a video recently ranking all of my powders and I do rank this one pretty high. If you want to check that one out, I will link it down below as well. I just don't feel like you get a ton of product in here and I am not someone who hits pan often on really anything. Anything. I have a larger collection and I'm also very light-handed, so I just don't hit pan a lot. So to hit pan on this one so quickly, I was pretty surprised at that. But I do like the powder and it's nice and lightweight and I feel like I am making my way through that Charlotte Tilbury powder. This next one is my Take Home the Bronze Bronzer from TheBalm. So if you did catch my most recent Shop My Stash video, I actually pulled it back into my October bag. This is going to be the second time I've pulled it into a Shop My Stash bag. And I have not hit pan on this. I am so surprised. I have noticed that every once in a while I start to get kind of like these like dots on the bronzer. And I've had people let me know that if you just take some tape, it helps remove it. I'm not exactly 100% sure why that is. I've heard like a few different things here and there, but usually the tape does help that. So I thought I would mention that also, but I am surprised. Like there's a slight dip in it, but I mean, I don't know. I've seen several people use these all the way up and I'm just really surprised that I haven't, but it's back in my Shop My Stash bag. We'll see how I do. Not making a whole lot of progress on that one, but I do really like it. I have a spray that I'm pretty impressed with myself. This is from Pixi Beauty. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist. I mean, this baby is about gone. So I have some markings on the side here so you can see where I was at. So from the last time, I mean, we made pretty good progress there. I have this in my sprays with my makeup collection, so like my finishing sprays, setting sprays, and all of that. I moved it to in my bathroom in my skincare caddy, and I actually use this once I get out of the shower. I'd like to put something on my face when I get out of the shower because I like to have some sort of, like my skin just feels tight when I get out of the shower, and I already have dry skin. It feels a little bit drier when I get out. So I have come to spraying my face with this guy. I used to spray it with the Dermalogica, I think it was just called like the antioxidant mist. I can't remember for sure the name of it. Antioxidant Hydra Mist or something like that from Dermalogica. But I switched and I started spraying this with my skin, and I really like how it feels, and I also like how it makes my skin look, and so sometimes also with having this in my bathroom, I will use it in the mornings too if I feel like I need an extra bit of like hydration to the skin. It just kind of makes the skin almost look like, I want to use the word plumper, but I don't know if that's like the best term to describe it, but it just looks more like I'm just like ready to go. So I like having this in my bathroom as more of like a skincare product versus a makeup collection product, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're about out of this. Kind of want to buy another one though too, because I really actually do like the Hydrating Milky Mist for sure. Okay, so I will do my highlighter and then I'll share some exciting news. Okay, so for my highlighter, I have this one here from Colourpop. This is my Flexitarian highlight. I use this highlight so often, and I'm just so surprised that we got nothing. I mean, I use this as highlighter a ton. I use this as inner corner and brow bone highlight. I feel like I've been like a broken record with it. I feel like I can tell a little bit of like on the sides, I can tell that there's like a dip in it, if that makes sense. So instead of like a pan in the middle, I'm starting to notice around the edges, like it's not as full, it's not as high of product, if that makes any sense. But I'm still just kind of surprised at this one because I've hit pan in other Colourpop Super Shock products, like eyeshadows and blushes. So I'm a little bit surprised that the highlight hasn't happened yet, especially because I do use it quite often. But you only need a very small amount of this, and it is very, very blending, let me tell you. Okay, so one product that I am really excited about is my eyeshadow palette. Like, are you surprised to hear me say it's my eyeshadow palette? My eyeshadow palette, okay? Because, whoa, when this happened, oh, if I still have the photo saved on my phone, I will insert, because I actually took a photo of what I looked like and felt like after I hit pan in this eyeshadow palette. Because like I said, I'm very light-handed. I do have a larger collection. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I just don't go through eyeshadows a lot. So the one in my 9 in 2019 Project Pan is my Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves palette, and I, boom, have hit pan in that second shadow. So that was the shadow that I thought I would hit pan in first. So I wasn't trying to use up the entire palette. I wasn't trying to hit pan in every shade. I really did say like just the second shadow I feel like it could happen in, and it sure did. And it's gotten a little bit bigger because I've used it I've used it a handful of times throughout my last check-in. So the pan started out small and it's getting bigger and bigger. There's also a pretty decent dent, like dip in this first one, and also a little one in the third one too. The last two shades I don't use a ton, and a lot of times I just use them to like smoke out a lower lash line or something like that. I really use these first three shades the most, but especially the second one. If I want just like a really simple eye look, I'll just use that shadow and just put it everywhere in my crease, blend it in on the lid, and I'm good to go. And then sometimes I'll put this one just like right in the inner corner, put mascara on, and I'm done. So I'm not I'm not super shocked that I hit pan in it, but at the same time, like I am, because this never happens. So I was really excited to share my progress with you on my Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. All right, and then the last two products that I have are my lipsticks. I did not make very good progress on this one. Marc Jacobs Slow Burn. I don't know what it is. I'm just not using it a bunch. And I even it used to be in a drawer, like I have acrylic drawers for my lipsticks. I actually moved it and I put it, so like outside of where I have my acrylic drawers, I have just like a lipstick holder, and I put my most used lipsticks, lip liners, lip glosses in there just so they're really easy for me to access, because if I use them the most, I like them right there front and center. I actually moved this to that lipstick holder because I was hoping it would help me use it more and I would see it and be like, oh yes, I'm supposed to be using it, like instead of having it in a drawer kind of tucked away. It is still not helping me use this lipstick up. I don't know what it is. So I still have a very long way to go, even though this is a mini and I am not making very good progress on it, but it's a beautiful color. I really like the formula. I don't know what it is. There's just, obviously, like I do have a lot of lipsticks and all of that, but I'm a little bit surprised that I'm not making more progress on that one. For my HoneyLove, I'm going to be, this is from MAC, this is the HoneyLove, it's a matte lipstick. I'm going to be curious to compare the photo images from last time, because I feel like I have been using this quite a bit, but I don't know if I feel like I notice when I pull it out that it looks all that much different. But again, like I want to go back and see it for myself. But I do use my HoneyLove quite a bit. I remember it was a recent Get Ready With Me that I did on my channel, and I used this one and I like it. I still really like this color. And this is one that I kind of throw into my bag and my purse quite a bit. So yeah, that is my MAC HoneyLove. Still making some decent progress on that one, I would say. Other than that, those are what my 9 products are looking like, the ones that I've been trying to use up or pan here in 2019. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my progress. And so the next check-in, I think, will just be the last one. I mean, we're in October now. I'm a little late filming this update video, but we are in October now, so the next time that I film an update video, it's not going to be an update video, it's going to be the final video. And we will see the end progress. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of wild to think about, but this has been a really fun project. Like I said, I really enjoy my Shop My Stash series, and I really do like my project pan, and just trying to show some older products in my collection some love and use up some products. It's a very like gratifying feeling, I think, especially if you, I think if no matter what your collection looks like, it does feel nice to use things up. But especially if you do have a larger one, or you know, are constantly bringing in new products, it feels nice to actually use something up and you know, say that you went through an entire product. So I've been having a lot of fun with this. I'd love to know if you're doing a project pan also, and how are you doing. But other than that, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.